All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, I've been working all the time. I've been learning all the time. I'm learning at home. I'm learning in a car, while driving, on a plane, while traveling. I'm learning all the time. I'm learning what I should say. I'm learning when I'm about to start speaking, so new words. I'm learning all the time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have learned fragments of the famous soliloquy I've been trying to learn because it has a special rhythm and sophisticated words, because it reflects the condition of my spirits perfectly well, because I've been learning all the time. I seemed to have learned quite a lot, but the pandemic came and we had to move online with the festival. Now we have a hybrid mode and we had to learn once again, me, myself and my team, and you, the audience, how to skip all these pitfalls and how to move around the whole maze of the cinema, online and on site. Tough luck, we have to do that, we have to adjust. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you very warmly for the first time without a typical mic, which is inconvenient to me because it was very easy and nice for me to hold on to something, and then my legs and arms were not shaking, but I've been learning all the time, so welcome, warm welcome to all of you in the Kyiv cinema and all over the globe. And I don't want to be misunderstood. We are all over the globe. We are understood thanks to interpreters over there in the booth who are interpreting what I'm saying into English. So many thanks to them as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the 61st Kraków Film Festival, online, on-site, and in the hall you could hear that there was a great orchestra from Sucha Beskidzka Brass Orchestra. So you could hear some music in the hall before we entered. It was the brass band from Sucha Beskidzka. So they came to us with music, and we'll go to their center in Sucha Beskidzka with our films. The oldest musician is 72, the youngest is 30. But now let me move on to the main topic of our meeting. 170 films in 3 competitions and 10 non-competitive sections. KFF industry, it is online with internet participation of eminent guests. Plenty of industry-related events, and there will be screenings in 6 cinemas on 6 screens, and there will be 4 internet rooms, 340 screenings, and Play Kraków, the platform for the youngest viewers. It's been a tradition for our opening ceremony, well, more than one tradition. One of them is me standing on stage. I have a bit of stage fright because there was one gap year for me last year. So now another tradition of our opening ceremony. What is his function? A manager of culture, musician, teacher. He was responsible in our city for the most important festivals, Sacrum Profanum, Mysteria Pascalia, Miłosz Konrad Festival, co-founder of the Film Music Festival, representative of the Krakow's Mayor for Culture, Robert Piaskowski. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. After such a welcome, after such an introduction, my stage fright is really huge. But I'm now looking at your faces, at your bright eyes, and I missed that side truly and really. Welcome to our festival, the 61st Kraków Film Festival. Let me welcome very warmly on behalf of the Mayor of the City of Kraków, Professor Jacek Majchrowski. It is such a wonderful time the film festival, film music festival on the internet, the month of photography, and film festival opening live. It is precisely the kind of energy that we needed after the several months, and festivals give our world back to us. Sometimes they question the world. Sometimes they ask questions about the world. Sometimes they undermine certain things. And tonight, there will be a lot of buzz around our opening ceremony. There are great people here, great specialists, great filmmakers, Mateusz, Ania, scholarship holders, young faces, very promising artists. Several months ago, you visited us and you were collecting money for your film, and tonight it will be a global premiere of your film. There are distinguished guests, Father Boniecki and Chief Rabbi of Poland, so warm welcome to our special guests. There is Irena Strzałkowska here in the room. I'm so happy to see you. But we are also very glad to host Richard Harovits. Welcome home. Welcome home, Mr. Harovits. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't travel easily, but our film festival allows us to travel anyway. And there are so many films in our competition, so many titles from Poland, and I guess it is the proof which shows to us that we have been in a very intense time. We have experienced so much, and it's been so powerful that the filmmakers wanted to capture the spirit of the pandemic, of various events, minorities, Belarus, women's strikes, strikes over in Hong Kong, Norwegian cinema, the cinema telling us stories about our complex, chaotic world. I am so glad that the festival is opening new spaces. The Potocki's Palace, a new building with the heart of the festival beats, and everyone is welcome there. Go over there, have a look outside of the windows of the building onto the main market square of our city. But the Sound of Music section will be also screened near the Wawel Castle. I want to be brief, so once again, enjoy the festival, welcome to the festival, watch the films, travel around the globe, watching movies, follow stories of people, places that we all owe to Krzysztof Gierat and his fantastic team. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about specifics now, I guess. So perhaps now it's time for a brief trailer of our film festival. Now we have a single trailer because the times have changed. Usually we had several of them. Maybe it doesn't show all of the films, but I guess it will reflect the spirit of the cinema and of our film festival. Enjoy.
There Ladies and gentlemen, this is a hybrid festival, but still our jury members will be working on-site and online. Well, mostly online because they had it difficult to get to Kraków given the restrictions on the borders. So several jury sets. So the student jury, Jerzy Kościński, Emilia Krygiel, Monika Pietras, Krzysztof Strumiński, Olga Trembach, and Agnieszka Wojtowicz. These are members of the students' jury. Now we have the national competition jury. Well, I think we have them all here, almost everyone, but well, unfortunately, 2 people are on the way, but we'll have them here on site. So this will be this small group that we're going to see on stage tonight. Usually we used to have this huge crowd, but now let us have them all with us. Katarzyna Janowska, welcome. She used to be our spokesperson. She was the hostess of our gala. And, well, as you know very well, she is a great journalist, TV journalist. She used to be the director of TVP Kultura, the Polish culture channel. We thank you so much for being here with us. Krzysztof Czyżewski, a formidable creator. He is a co-founder of the Center Borderland of Arts, Cultures and Nations. And then we have Piotr Biernacz, who is a director and a cameraman. He is a 2-time winner of the Golden Frog at the camera image for Paparazzi 1 year ago. Piotr, he was the one that worked as the cameraman for The Whale from Rorino. Adriana Prodeus, she's a great film and art critic. She also creates animated film, and the chairman of the jury of the Polish competition is Jan P. Matuszyński. I think it must have been 10 years ago. When you were here with us, you got the Silver Hobby Horse at the Kraków Film Festival for Deep Love. It was a wonderful film. And then you turned to the feature-length films, The Last Family, and then you'll be having your latest feature film, Leave No Traces, opening soon, I think. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the jury of the Polish competition. Work hard, think hard, and may your verdicts be just and fair. So actually, and that would be about that when it comes to presenting our jury on stage. And then we have the FCCC jury. So the concept of film clubs, FICC jury, this is a very important idea. Then we have Igor Dąbrowski from Poland, Nora Shander from the UK, and then Shamshan Sundar Shanshabude from India. We are so proud to have this FIPRESI jury of the International Film Critics. They're here on screen, moving. Vladimir Szeput from Croatia, Dieter Wieczorek from France, and Piotr Czerkawski from Poland. He's looking around a bit, seems a little bit nervous, but he is very strict when it comes to assessing films. And then our short documentary, international short film competition. We have Maciej Bochniak very soon his future film will be opening, I think in June. The title of the film is Magnesia. Then we have Daria Basel from Ukraine. Doku Days, the International Human Rights Festival. And then Laura Dasta from the UK, a producer, director, and programmer. And from Bogoshort, we have Felipe Montoya from Colombia. And the chairperson of the jury is Anka Damian from Romania. That fierce, piercing eyes, so her absolutely fantastic Magic Mountain animated film. And then we have the jury of the documentary film, Anna Vidra from Poland, a great producer of many films, Margaret Olin from Norway. 1 year ago, the self-portrait, you remember that very touching film. Then Peter Kerkeš from Slovakia, he was also a co-producer of Michał Bielawski's film The Wind. Radu Ciorniczuc from Romania. Akasa, My Home, got the award for the best documentary film at the 60th Krakow Film Festival. And then my friend, I think we spent some time together, Mark Cousins, a wonderful person, a great man, a big fan of cinema. He received he's the winner of the European Film Award for his innovative contribution to the documentary cinema. So that was the introduction of our jury. Well, the verdicts will be announced on Friday during online industry gala. Follow that and follow us on the internet. We'll be presenting the laureates of the Dog Club Poland Festival and some laureates of this festival. And on Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Our time, you have all the winners. And now is the key point of this evening, the film that you are waiting for. I've watched this film twice already, and I can only tell you that I hope that nothing is going to stop me from watching it for the third time with the greatest happiness. As we heard, the film was made here in Kraków by Mateusz Kudła and Anna Koszka-Romer. The title of the film is Polanski, Harovich Hometown. Mateusz and Ania, please come up here to the stage. So this is the world opening, the world premiere of your film. Okay, so now everyone is listening to you. Well, good evening. I think that's the key thing that we wanted to say. We wanted to thank you so much for being here with us tonight, that you decided to celebrate this grand, great opening of the film season. This film talks about this huge, well, very important section of our protagonist's life. We were working on that film for several years. At the very beginning, no one, well, trusted us. Well, I remember us walking like from door to door. Imagine how people were responding when we're knocking on the door and they were saying, well, good morning, my name is Ania, my name is Mateusz, and we'll be making a film about Polanski and Harovits. But we're here, we did it, and we want to thank you and our protagonist. Richard, actually, this is the first time I've learned that we have we share so many friends. I'm not sure whether you know that Richard Harovits and Roman Polanski, they came to Poland for like filming here together for the first time ever. They had met in other countries, in China, in Paris, but actually before that they had never walked the streets of Krakow together. So let me read this short message from Rahman Haravits to you. We thank you so much for your coming here to watch two old friends traveling in time, because there were so many twists and turns of fate that brought us here and helped us to survive. And we're so grateful to Ania and Mateusz, the creators of this film, who put so much effort and a part of their life to make this film and show it to you. So we're very happy about that. So before we invite Richard Harovits, who is here with us in the cinema tonight, one of these two boys remembering the past tense. Just could you tell us how it all started? I think it started with your master's thesis. Well, actually, that question should go to Roman and to Richard Harovits. You should ask them why they agreed, why they decided to trust complete beginners. Actually, this is, in my case, that all started when I was a student and I was writing my master thesis about Roman Polanski, and then I met Mateusz at work, and it turned out that our dreams, well, we shared our dreams coincided in a way. We wanted to make this film, and then we met Jan Olszewski, an attorney, on our way. He contacted us with Roman Polanski, and apparently Polanski called Harovits, and he said, if you're going to do it, I'll do it too.
Please join us over here. I guess that's the right mic. If you could come over here. Yes, thank you. Yes, siblings. Ladies and gentlemen. Well, because it seems to me that you haven't returned to these times in your memories. It actually started after many years, while Schindler's List was made, and you were asked to provide some information. Richard has left Poland, traveled far away, and you seemed so distant from all these memories, all these events. But you came back. Well, it cost me a lot, I have to say, because I am the only one who survived and remains in Poland. And I survived thanks to my strong will, because I guess there are 12 up to 14 people like me in Israel, in America, and only I myself am here in Poland. I'm the only one here. So I have to say I have so many practical things to do. I have simply to give an account of the events. At the beginning, many people criticized me and they called me masochistic. But I do things for younger generations, for my kids, my daughter's kids, young people, the youth, children, because many young people came to meetings with me and they listened to my stories. They listened to my account of these times. Besides, I was inspired by Professor Aleksander Skotnicki, and he is here in the room. Richard, the cinema is actually the domain of Mr. Polanski, but you were so fantastic in the film. We didn't see cameras, microphones, you were just together there. In the moment, I remember the time when we both were very young, and I was so many times on the film set of Roman's film, Two People with a Closet, and he offered me a small part. I guess it was in Sopot, if I'm not mistaken, or no, it was, yes, so there was Sopot's Miss Winner. So basically it was a very short scene, we are just eating some food, and after I saw the film on screen, I realized there was just like 1 minute of me in the film. Obviously, I was disappointed, and I believed, no, I would never want to become an actor again. And I talked to Roman about it, and I asked, why was I on the screen for so short a time? And he said, to make a good film. So yes, he was right. He was right. It was the right choice. And then there was Schindler's List. I appeared there. I'm just a person passing for a second through the screen. So it was a minor role. Here I was quite surprised by my approach because I was not looking at the camera at all. But the atmosphere on the set was so nice, so pleasant, and for us it was simply a pleasant conversation. We talked to each other, and actually we remembered so many things in a very similar way. Obviously, sometimes our opinions and our memories differed, but in hindsight, it was quite nice. And as Nusha was saying, she meets people, she tells stories, that's what she does. If someone is interested in her stories about the Second World War, about Schindler's stories, she does that. She meets them, she talks about it, and we decided with Roman to do it for posterity, for children, for grandchildren, to talk about the past. And you did it for us. You also did it for us. I guess our audience will confirm my feelings and impressions. I am so glad you have arrived. So many thanks to the ZAIX, Association of Authors and Filmmakers, to provide us with support in organizing your visit. We are so glad to have you here. Before we move on, we would like to say thank you to all the people, to all the institutions, without which it wouldn't be possible to make the film. Ursula Meyer from the General Consulate of the Republic of Germany helped us a lot. Many thanks for your support. The film was made thanks to the support of the Funds for Support of Filmmakers of the ZAIX Association. Many thanks for that. And now a small surprise. We have a small surprise. We would like to give you gifts. Dear Nusha, do you remember when we were preparing for the film, we asked you to come on a trip with us? Yes, I will remember forever. We were doing some research. Yes, I remember. It was amazing. It was a great experience. My husband saw it. Richard was complaining that we went without him. And yes, I remember there were 4 of us. There was cameraman, there was a man with a photo camera, and we visited the place where our nanny Antonia Struzik had lived. Yes, that's what I had in mind. Obviously, we couldn't show all these events in the film, but we're doing research. Previously, we're documenting various events, situations. There was a trip to this particular place, and I have a gift for you. Somehow associated. Is that what I have in mind? If it is, I'm overjoyed. Yes, that's a headscarf of Antosia, your beloved nanny. Many thanks to her daughter. We owe it to her. Is she here in the room? So many thanks. So many thanks for this gift. I didn't want to take it away from her, but yes, that's for you. That's for you. It is beautifully wrapped. It's a beautiful gift. I will enjoy it so much. I will enjoy this gift so much. Thank you very much. And there is also a gift for Richard. I wanted our audience to understand the nature of the gift. Could you please tell us an anecdote? When you left Poland and you wanted to take some paintings with you. All right. That's what happened. It was March 1959, and I wanted to take some souvenirs from Kraków to remember my artistic life here. Some drawings, some paintings. I was very much surprised to learn that I was not allowed to do that. These were contemporary paintings, so I was quite surprised that I needed a permit from the Ministry of Culture. So I took all these paintings, drawings with me to the ministry, and there was a lady sitting there, and she said, "You know, I know they belong to you. You drew them, you painted them, but unfortunately, they need to be sealed, everyone individually. Sealed with what? What for?" And she took a seal out of the drawer and started stamping on some paint, something like that. And she stamped the seal, and the ink actually was, well, actually, there was so much of ink that they destroyed my drawings, my paintings. I was quite a naive young man back then. I was so much overwhelmed. Yes, I was negatively impressed, I may say. And the lady actually destroyed my paintings and drawings. There was too much ink. And the imprint of seal has never disappeared from any of them. And on the seal, there was an inscription which said, "This work of art is not valuable at all, so no artistic value whatsoever." That's what it said. You have to believe me. So it was like a blow to my young artistic soul. Yes, I remember this anecdote, and there were so many wonderful stories like that, and that is why we prepared this gift for you. If it is the seal, oh come on, it can't be the seal. No, that's not the seal. We prepared something very similar. And there is the right inscription on that. The same inscription. You can put it on some paintings, drawers, if you want to assess some works of art. Just don't do it on our film. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. That's great. Thank you so much. If I had some ink, I could place it over there on my forehead. Thank you so much. That's a great souvenir. Many thanks to both of you. I will open this package very carefully because I'm sure there is the spirit of our nanny. There are beautiful memories. There are memories of our time in her home. I remember her so fondly. There were great memories of Antosia. I guess we need to revisit her home. Do we have Antosia's daughter here in the room? We were told she was in the room. I hope she's here with us. Let us try and open it. Thank you. Thank you for helping me with that. Let us have a look. Let us have a look at the headscarf. Yes, I remember her. That's the one. I remembered her. I've had it for so many years in front of my eyes. I could picture it at any minute. She had beautifully embroidered pillows, and I remember she had 3 beautiful headscarves. She put it like that on her head. That's how she was wearing it. No, I can't take it away. You are her daughter. I guess I would like to go with you. That's what I said to her daughter. That will be a great trip for me, and I want to be taken to Antosia's grave. And she took me there. Yes, I was there with Antosia's daughter. Ryszard was not there. So that's a great gift. I don't remember such a beautiful ceremony, even though I've had 20 years of experience in opening this festival. It is the most moving ceremony. I know there is also Stanisław Buchała, a son of people who hid Roman Polanski for 2 years during the war. In a small village near Wadowice, Roman had many memories of this time. Roman returned there twice after the war to find Mr. and Mrs. Buchała, but he couldn't find them. No one knew where they went. And we spent a few years to find their traces. We had a priest helping us in archives, in old directories, and we found a trace of them. The trace may have seemed a coincidence, but we decided to check it up, and we found someone related to them, and we met Stanisław Buchała, and he learned from us that his grandmother hid a Jewish boy, and it was a huge threat to her own life and the life of all the people in her family. Secondly, this boy was Roman Polanski. And Stanisław was shocked by that piece of news, but he wanted to show us something. And he had old photos, and there are his grandparents in the photos. He thinks so because he never met them, and there was one person who confirmed that. It was Roman Polanski. And they met on set. You will see the meeting. Well, now I revealed the secret that Roman confirmed that these were actually Stanisław's grandmother and grandfather. It was very moving, and Stanisław went to Yad Vashem, gave testimony, and last year there was a special ceremony of granting the title The Righteous Among the Nations to Mr. and Mrs. Buchała, his grandfather and grandmother. It's time to invite everyone to enjoy the screening, the premiere of the film. Thank you very much indeed. I guess you need to take your seats and enjoy the film. Thank you very much indeed.
Well, I would like to say that Niusia, she is Krakowian, and we have her on a daily basis with us, and I hope that Ryszard will bear with us throughout the festival at least. And we'll be saying goodbye to our audience, to our viewers. I want to tell you that this film is available on our website on Monday, and so watch it on Monday at noon and on Wednesday in Suski Cinema, and on Thursday at 2:30 p.m. we'll have a meeting with Rahman Haravits and one of the directors of the film. And let me add one thing here. So we are in this location quite some time now, we've had this exhibition devoted to the memory of Andrzej Wajda, late Andrzej Wajda, the Polish film director. So we decided to add a multimedia exhibition. Werki Wajda Renata Pajchel. This is going to be this additional exhibition added to celebrate the jubilee of 95th anniversary of Andrzej Wajda. We have the spouse of late Andrzej Wajda, Krystyna Zachwatowicz, here with us. Welcome, Krystyna, and we're so happy to have you here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the film. Good evening.